Hey everyone, welcome back to Evony with Genghis. Massive scandal hits Evony in the last 24 to 48 hours. Most people don't even know about it. We'll get to that in a minute. I want to talk a little bit about the second half of the event because there is some very good things to spend on if you are a Bitcoiner. If you're not, just roll your eyes and be like, why are you guys putting mortgage payments into this game? If you are spending, there is a 5% promo code up above, GK1234. It is my own personal code. Please support the channel, and let's get to it. So anyways, here we are. There's limited recruit, and actually some pretty good generals in here, ones that you don't necessarily find in the tavern. So Darius is really good for debuffs, for probably most likely T1 traps now, like if you really want to defend against ground troops instead of archer troops. Most larger players have just moved on away from ground to siege at this point. But he is good, and it would be a chance to get him. Otherwise, the rest of these are nothing really special compared to other generals out there. Douglas is good, but you're not going to get 16 fragments in here. Scroll this over to the right. I already did. Save them if you don't, and then go after a general that you really want. You could tell I went after someone recently, Mark Antony, because I only got 40 of these left. Now, really big sub is up for grabs, and it's expensive. Let's look how expensive it is right now and see. So right now, 350k points, that is 14 packs, $1,400 for 50th place. Okay, and if we look at the other contents, let's see how Neo's doing. I guess he's trying to keep a low profile here, but someone's got 1.7 million on C6, and we know Neo doesn't like to lose. He is the best. He wants to stay undefeated, and he will finish up there. Now, if we look over here, I don't know, does Neo care about cross-continent competition, or is he just happy with dominating C6 right now? Looks like the other continents are kind of lower, but so everyone seems to be kind of in the same $1,400 right now with about 5 hours remaining. Why are people spending on this? Well, let's take a look. So both ways, siege, range, attack, defense, HP, 10%. Attacking, siege, and range, 20. So you're at 30 for attacking attack. Then you get a 10% debuff, and then you get a crappy fourth one, which is Alliance training capacity. The other option, sometimes they give March speed for the Alliance. Both aren't really what you're paying $6,000 for. Then you can upgrade it. And the first two you could do basically just with things you get in the cake. So 5%. So now you're at 35 for attacking, siege, and range. That's very strong. And then you get to up that debuff to 20%. Now, let's get to the scandal in Evony. And it's a big one. All-Stars is tomorrow, and apparently it's not fully corrected yet. We'll see how that goes. What I do know is people were given historic subs for free in their inventory. No one knows why. It was like thousands of them for some people. Some people it was hundreds. Some people it was 20. Some people 87. They're all removed from their inventory. However, there's apparently some lucky servers who popped them, and they're still there. I checked on one server, and yeah, there's about 100 on the map. All-Stars tomorrow, and we're talking about a really good sub. We're talking about Rostocked. So I own one. I'll show you. It's level 25, which means it's not new. It's a very low. The new ones are low levels. They're like level 2, 7. Because it takes a while to level them up. Anyways, why does this matter? The real reason it matters is because of this. Alliance range troop attack, 15%. Now, this is a historic sub, so you can only own one of them. But, in theory, if 100 people in your alliance had this, you would get 1,500% extra attack. That's pretty strong. Like, we could be seeing tomorrow 5,500, for sure over 5,000 archer attacks in Battlefield, if the right person has it. Then there is Alliance March speed. So this guy is not missing a rally. For sure, he's getting in all of them. And he's getting his troops home if he's getting rallied. I say this guy, but there's a couple people who may benefit from this, because I highly doubt Evony's going to fix this before All-Stars. I just don't think Evony does that sort of stuff. And then there's going to be all sorts of people, rightly so, who should complain to Evony if anyone who benefited from this gets above them. I am Fair Play Genghis, and I believe everybody should have a fair shot, and no one should get advantages like this. Now, full disclaimer, if these people actually deserved 1,000 Rostocks in their inventory, I'm all for it. Evony, give them 1,000. If that's what felt they were ripped off and they made a valid complaint to customer service and you gave them it. So the theory is that some people might have had some open tickets to customer service, and then customer service hit the wrong button to redeem them something that they owed them, and they accidentally gave them historic subs. No one knows. But some people were lucky and got them. So let's take a look at some of the pictures that were in my Discord. Join my Discord. Link to do so is in the description to the video. Always a good time in there. And anyways, this was someone's inventory. Just like thousands of them. And then there's someone who opened them up on server. King Skier. And they just opened them and grabbed them. And then here's their map. And I went and visited it to see, and like this is just like 10% of the map, guys. There's like 100. There's like 100 on this server, and they're all Rostocks. And I'm sure there's other servers out there also. And it's not fair. And I do believe Evony will remove them, but will they remove them in time for All-Stars? So there's a real big problem that. Like, one of the big problems with Evony is the lag in All-Stars, right? Like, they expect people to spend a lot of money for their marquee event. Like, that's why people get buffs, right? So that's why people get multiple people in Alliance with 4,500% buffs so that they can win at Battlefield and they can go to All-Stars and they can beat people who have 3,000 buffs. And then they can talk in their forums and say, look how great we are, right? So that sucks when you're playing and there's lag. And it's unfair. And it's not a fun 2-hour experience, or 6 hours if you make the finals. Now, how unfun would it be if then you played against something like this, right? But I don't know. You guys let me know if you think it's unfair. Maybe they should get to keep them. Now, as I said, if they deserve these, like if Evony ripped them off completely on something in the past, by all means, let them keep them. Anyways, tomorrow I am live streaming C3 semifinals, the small PP matchup, probably the marquee one that there is. Looking forward to watching him in action. I did play him in SVS, and he fell asleep on our server, and we taught him a lesson never to do that again. Not really. He won every single defense while sleeping. So looking forward to seeing him, what he can do as rally leader and playing against the best of the best. So tune in, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Like, subscribe, leave a comment.